You know, the thing that really fucking really pisses me off is that, like, looking back at some of the ways some of our fucking conversations went, I'm just like, wait a minute. Why did I end up being the one apologizing? Why did I end up being the one comforting him? I feel like he's my kitty. That's his ex's name, whatever. Real name, I don't even want to call her by her legal name because that dumb bitch shares the same legal name as two people that I actually think are pretty cool. So, no, that bitch is Kitty. Fuck that fucking cat. She, like, bro. Like, I ended up, how did that keep happening? And it didn't stop happening with the end of the great beef, what I consider the great beef. It just kept happening. It's still happening. Bro, what? I set a boundary with you. You disrespect it. I give you the consequence of said boundary. I say, bro, I'm going to flip the fuck out on you if you do this. Then he does it. I flip the fuck out. But then I end up comforting him. At least I'm honest. At least I mean, seriously, I'm not telling you I'm not telling you that the boundary doesn't control you. The boundary has nothing to do with what you would do or don't do. The boundary is what consequences I'm going to enact based on your fucking behavior, bitch. And the boundary I should have placed, which this is where it's my fault. This is where I shoulder some responsibility. Is that the boundary should have been deuces, bitch. I'm out. Instead of flipping the fuck out on him. Because, you know, with these respectability politics bitches like him, like, of course that's the only thing. Every time they're faced with the same kind of dehumanization that they dish out. Oh, but we're not candy coating it. That's the difference, bitch. You really think because you're nice about being a fucking prick that makes it any better? No, they really do think that. They really fucking do. That's why during the great beef, he'd be like, well, look at you. You're the one yelling. You're the one cussing. You're the one this, that, and the third. And it's like, so I can't cuss unless I'm only allowed to cuss if I'm happy cussing? Like, fuck yeah! All of a sudden, it's disrespectful? Like, goddamn, actually, he's been a really shitty fucking friend this whole fucking time. By my standards, even. Even by his standards. He's been a shitty fucking friend. Like, where it really fucking counts. Goddamn, that fucking hurts. Like, if you reverse anything that I've actually done and the way I apologize versus what anything he's actually done versus and the way he's apologized, I'm the only one who's ever given real apologies. What? What? Like, you sit there and you want to be like, I'm so sorry, this, that, and the third. And then backpedal and be like, well, you see, you know, but the thing is, I wouldn't have done that if it weren't for you did this and that and the third. How would it feel if I did that for him, to him, for the things I did? How would that feel? And I did say that shit. It triggered him, and I ended up having to comfort his bitch ass and apologize to him. Because I did use an example. A real life example. Not even a hypothetical, not hyperbole. It's like, bro, how does it sound if I say to you, if you hadn't treated me like shit for the weeks leading up to my birthday, the day of the joyride, you wouldn't have got your ass beat. And he hung up on me and got all pissed off. Oh, I'm triggered. Fuck you, bitch. How do you think it feels to me? How triggering do you think it feels for me to be like, to hear such a non-apology? To hear for you to say that you treated me like shit because of what I did. How do you think that feels for me? Did it even occur to you? No, I don't think it did. Because you don't think about me unless I tell you to think about me. That's sad. That's really fucking sad. That speaks to your lack of character. Like that's just not who you are. That's just not part of how you are as a person. Accountability is just not part of your automatic makeup. Like, okay, I get the fact that as a cisgender, heterosexual, white male in America, of course it's not just automatically your default. Of course it's not. But you're not even willing to try? Not even willing to try? Like, try to overcome, maybe, like, unlearn some of that privileged ass, hoity-toity, entitled ass fucking behavior? For him to apologize, well, I apologize, I pulled the cigarette out, I snatched it out your mouth, I'm sorry that it ended up hurting you. That's a real life example. Another real life example would be, oh, I'm sorry that your face hurt after I kicked it. I'm not sorry for kicking it, but I'm sorry that it ended up hurting. Whatever. Just... me saying, sorry, I was only doing this in reaction to you, is a non-apology. Me saying, I only did this in reaction to you, and that's no fucking excuse, I should have been better. That's more of a real... That's an apology. That's a real apology, especially when it's followed up with changed behavior. If you would give a non-apology in the present, but then you reflect on it, see where you went wrong later, and say, look, I really am sorry, and you do change your behavior, then that's a real apology right there. When you apologize, when you give a non-apology in the present and then double down on it in the future, even after self-reflection, you're not sorry. You're still not sorry. If you continue to defend your fucking wrong actions way even later, that means you're not sorry. What defense do I have for kicking somebody in the face? What defense do I have for that? I don't. I don't. I just don't. What defense do I have for telling somebody to off themselves? None. There's no defense for that. What defense do I have for telling somebody they're a piece of shit? Even if they were being a piece of shit at the time. I don't. I don't. I don't have a justification. I don't have a good reason. I don't. No matter how badly he treated me, I don't fucking have any excuse for that shit. There's always a fucking choice. I could have left. I could have just left. But I didn't. And that's on me. I could have just not retaliated. What excuse do I have for dumping tortellini in one drawer and pudding in the other when he decided to call me a cunt? And I'm like, I'll show you a cunt. What reason do I have for that? What justification is for that? None. I could have chosen to be the better person. What reason do I have for choosing not to? I have an excuse. I don't have a reason. I just got tired of being the better person. I'm just tired. Go lay down, bitch. You tired? Go lay down. Now, I do have reasons for giving him chance after chance after chance after chance. I do have reasons for hoping for better. I do have reasons for that. But my actions of being a total asshole and a shithead towards him don't. From now on, you want to be shitty towards me, I just won't fuck with you. Fuck retaliation. And that's just for me. That doesn't stand for everybody else in every single situation, obviously. But that's just gonna be how I do it from now on. Like, you get no more explanations from me. Like, if I'm done with you, I'm done. I didn't want to have to be done with him. I held out hope that maybe one day he'd see. And maybe one day he'd decide to fucking learn. Educate himself. There were so many things he would say that rubbed me the wrong way, but I dismissed them. Like, I'm not even from here, so I have nothing to do with the bullshit here. Yeah, you do. You benefit from the bullshit here, don't you? You do. You do. How many times have I been told to go back to Africa, even though I was born in Pennsylvania? How about I tell you to go back to Russia, bitch? Would that be right? No. No, it wouldn't. No, it fucking wouldn't. I'm no longer being friends with people that don't do politics. Because politics here are gonna do me regardless. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. My very existence is politicized. Not by my choice. I just want to exist. But the powers that be decide to make my existence political. That's really fucking sad. You can't acknowledge that? You're not my friend. Not sorry, but I am sorry. I'm sorry that it couldn't work out. I'm sorry you aren't willing to learn. I'm sorry I couldn't teach you. I'm sorry that I can't explain this shit without getting so fucking emotional, so pissed off, and all of my trauma starts pouring out of me every time I try to. I'm sorry about that. I tried. You didn't.